leave for Florida tomorrow, and there is not a single article clothing packed. Not a plant watered. Just me, myself, and I. 11 hours, 47 minutes till 5:35 a.m. And I'm sitting here eating.
You're tired?
I'm exhausted.
You're packed already? So get on it earlier so you can...
I have nothing packed. But I got my new glasses. So at least I look cute.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Thank you. Sydney has told me that it's in my best interest to pack my clothes first before I water all the plants. Because, why?
It's going to take you a minute.
To pack clothes.
No. To,
water the plants.
yeah.
So,
and me and Najee style her.
okay, yeah. Sydney and my sister style me. So, they're going to put together my outfit. Are you ready to pack my clothes?
Oh, that's what you need help with now?
No, you said you were gonna help me. Let's not do all that. You said you were gonna help me.
Okay, so green. What's the weather?
Gotta check the weather. Okay, update. We finished packing. Almost. Kind of, sort of. The next step is to water plants. It's been a couple of hours, by the way, but we figured it out. I will be in Florida Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days. So you can imagine, I really wanted to really give the girls something to eat up, you know, something to chew on, something to digest. Like, I can't go to a plant conference and not give the girls plant queen. You know what I'm saying? So my nails are green. Not what I wanted, but you know, it'll do. And I'm not showing you all my little pinky toe, but my toes are green too. Now it's time to water the plants. It's not gonna take long. All right, let's get started. While extremely excited to go on this trip, I can't go on this trip until I know my plants are well taken care of. And that means I have to water 475 plants before I go. This little pump sprayer makes everything easier. And I've also heard people say that I should invest in like an electronic one. I agree. I'm not opposed to it. Because if it holds more water and I don't have to do the whole pumping thing, I'm cool with that. Maybe that'll be my gift to myself later. Let's get this going. I don't know, honestly, as much as I complain about watering plants, it's actually not that bad. It's very therapeutic and it gives me time to think about a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff that I either like haven't gotten around to thinking about. Watering time is when I think about these things. By the way, I went in with a little bit of plant food and some neem oil. Pureed plant food because it's just so good. It is just so, my plants love it. And then I go in with a little bit of neem oil for some pest prevention. And then that's it. Sometimes I'll go in with some, it's like a fish dechlorant. It's like a fish, it's for fish, but it like dechlorinates the water. But I don't have time for all that. I got things to do. All right.
I should have 2 of those.
I was just telling the people how I wish I had like an electric one. So if you want to be so sweet and kind and get me an electric one, I will love you a long time.
So how can I help?
I mean, if you want to, you can water. If you want, you can get, okay, there's a large bucket in the on the top of the greenhouse, and I can fill it up with plant food and water for you. People like to ask if Sydney likes the plants as much as I do. And I think the answer is
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about the plants?
How they look.
Just how they look?
I like how like unique they look.
So would you say we're good plant pickers?
I am, for sure.
Oh, okay. We're in Orlando, and y'all, the day just got ahead of me. Upon arrival, I was checking in, and Britt was like walking past me, and she like bombarded me, but in a good way, the most like beautiful, loving way during my check-in process. left, and then like we went to our hotel room and we kikied. And it was just such a good time. And I think I came back and took a nap because I was tired. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and my flight was at 5, and then I landed, and then I was kikiing with Britt for a long time. So I came back to the hotel room and rested. And then we went to the pool and it was so fun. I have a slight obsession with ceviche. I can't get it out of my head. So anytime I come to Florida, I always order ceviche, and I kind of did the most. I got 3 different types of ceviche and some paella, and oh my God, it was just so delicious. But anyways, I'm so excited about this trip because honestly, it feels more like a vacation. I'm not working this event, and it feels good. Like, it genuinely feels like I can enjoy myself as a plant enthusiast. And I think it's important to find moments like that, because sometimes it's like, yeah, I am all about plants, and sometimes it feels like I'm working all the time. And I don't want to work all the time. I want to just be able to like go to a plant convention and like kiki with my plant friends and like go plant shopping. So this feels good. It feels relaxing. And it's also the first time that I've had a vacation since I've quit my 9-to-5. And so, which is kind of crazy because even when I had a 9-to-5, I wasn't taking vacations, because like, what is a vacation when you have a 9-to-5? Non-existent. Well, in my experience. But yeah, this all just feels so good. I came out here by myself. Cindy is at home. And like, although I'm very sad, like I want my partner to be here, I kind of feel like the stars aligned in a way that I needed this time to just be and like exist and just live. It's funny because, hold on, I got this book just in time for this trip. I ordered this set on Amazon, the Artist Way starter kit, and it comes with the book and like a journal. And I think this will be a really great exercise for me while I'm on this trip, to just like take moments to read and reflect on like how to be like show up for myself in a creative way. I think this is great. Like, I just think the stars are aligning for me so beautifully, and I'm so grateful because like I would have never thought in 2024, when I was just making plant videos in my apartment, that like I would be here. And like, it's just wild to me. It all feels surreal. But I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm just so grateful. And every day I'm just like it's just a simple like, thank you, God. Like, thank you. Like, this all just feels so fake. But it's real. I'm here, and I think like I have a mission, as do all of us, to do what we're charged to do. And I just want to make sure that I'm like fulfilling and showing up in the best way possible. And I think this and the trip and being with planty friends and like just taking the space and time is just gonna really do it for me. But it's cold as hell in Florida. Like, cold. I didn't think it would be this cold. So I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some like, you know, like cute cardigans. Maybe they have some sweaters and stuff. That way I can feel warm, because there's nothing worse to me than to feel cold. I don't like that. So I'm going to call my Uber and get on the road. All right. It is day 2 of my PlantCon trip, and today is nursery tour day, and I'm excited. I honestly wasn't gonna go this morning. I was feeling very tired, and I kind of felt like, okay, this is like a vacation for me, so I don't want to rush and feel pressed to be anywhere. But I was like, you know what? I need to experience this. This is Florida. Florida's like the #1 place for nurseries, and I need to go, and I need to experience it, and I feel like I won't regret it. So that's what we're getting dressed to go do right now. It is a whopping 40 degrees outside today, and I did not prepare well enough for this, but it's all right. We're gonna make do with what we got. I have my long sleeve Skims that I'm gonna put on under my PlantCon t-shirt, and then I'm gonna put on a jean jacket, but then I'm also gonna wear like this long cardigan, because I don't like feeling cold. Something about feeling cold makes me feel very angry on the inside. I'll check in before I check out, and I'll give you a final look of what I look like. All right, final fit in its final form. Hold on, let me get myself together. It's giving jean, PlantCon shirt on, denim jacket. I have my long sleeve under, but I need to make sure it stays up. And my jeans and Nikes and this pretty bow in my hair. And that's it, we're on our way, so let's go. Yeah, no, it's cold, and I tried to prepare, but I couldn't prepare for this. It's cold, but it's okay. We're gonna make do with what we got. I have my little cardigan, and I'm just gonna try to stay inside as much as possible. I think in the sun it's fine, in the shade it's really cold. But I'm gonna throw this cardigan on, because it's thick and it's heavy. Well, it's really me. We on the bus. We got our denim on. Pulling up the schedule. All right.
Reply back.
Okay, we're going to Costa Farms first, then Agri-Starts, and then
Deroose plans.
Okay. And then we come back to the hotel for like literally a second. Not even a second. Oh, 30 minutes. We have 30 minutes.
Do you know you have only 30 minutes?
30.
Yes.
And then we go to Gabriella plant.
Ooh.
And then we go to
Ecuagenera.
And then
No, wait, hold on. Gabriella and then Ecuagenera.
Yeah, and then we come home.
And we come home.
And that's it. So you're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yes, we may or may not get plants.
I'm not.
I'm trying not to.
We're actually not buying plants on the tour. We're just
No, but
it's
there's
just
a sale.
educational.
There's a sale if we're on.
Ooh. Junie, my man.
So, just for some of y'all may know or may not know, we have not always been Costa Farms here. The Exotic Angel brand was started back in 1971 when Herman Engelman came here from Germany. During the winter time, we can bring another acre on production because we can keep it cool with just the fans. On the other side, we got a water wall. So during the winter time and the cooler months, which helps us because it happens to occur during our busy season, we got 2 acres. Depending on what tag you look at, between week 18 and 19, they'll be ready for shipping. We'll talk about propagation later, but just know after they come out of propagation, they come over to a finish house so we can space them out, make nice full round plants. This is just one example of a range.
Oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
It's a little.
Hi, it's me from the future. I just wanted to come on and give more context about this portion of the tour so that we all have an understanding of why I decided to end the tour right at this moment. Now, as a Black woman, I pride myself on fair working conditions. I pride myself on being transparent. I pride myself on being authentic. So I would be remiss to not say something and advocate for those folks that were in that space at that time. Now, it was clear that they were uncomfortable. It was clear that they did not want to be photographed. So for the purposes of this video, I did blur out their faces. Costa Farms and the team has been super responsive about some of the concerns that we've raised. And I don't think that they take this lightly. As a creator that advocates for consumers, as a consumer myself, I absolutely made sure that my voice was heard in that aspect. So in conclusion, I decided to turn my camera off. I decided to just be present during the rest of the tour, take my concerns and share it with the Costa Farms team. All bases are covered there, and we'll just move.
So we have to maintain a sterile environment within those vessels, otherwise we'll end up with fungal and bacterial growth.
So we do a couple different types of medias, but 2 core ones. It's all our peat is from Estonia, so we use peat and core, and sometimes some crushed perlite, but not a lot of that. And then all our medias are stabilized. So we're using Jiffy's Performa, which is a polymer plug, and then Elipop, which is a paper wrap plug, which some people online call the death plug, but it is the life plug if you know how to handle it. They kind of break down as the roots grow, but why it's called the death plug is my assumption is growers that are doing all these exotic media mixes that aren't compatible with that plug. These are mass production type plugs that are built for efficiency, and our core customer that's buying those and moving them to production size, 4-inch, 6-inch, the medias are compatible, where the roots take off. But when you get into real barky and all these different, I call them exotic mixes. I look at everything I see on YouTube and everything. That's where they're having trouble, because the air pruning's continuing to happen. And I mean, every step costs.
Yeah.
We have 130 people, and it adds up quick. So we got to be as efficient as possible. So we built our structures and everything to be able to handle the tenderness of the material, and give it the environment it needs to not dry down. Just right through.
So how many trays a day do they get done?
About 40.
Each person does 40? Okay. And how many plants does each tray hold?
72.
72.
This is an exception for this crop right now, but our core item is 72. So everything's barcoded and then ID tagged with color code. So we can track this back to what crop it came off in the lab. The technician who planted it has a barcode. And then this is more for just greenhouse organization, quick visual cues. And we got redundancy, so if that gets lost, we still know what it is.
Right.
Those are co-location. Those are probably 8 to 10 weeks old.
Wow.
And then we shear them back and ship them.
So you cut all the rows?
Yeah, and then ship them out to save customers on freight. They just grow so fast.
Yeah. Is the part that you shear off can you propagate that, or is that?
No, it's just petiole leaf.
I would buy starts just so that I can have them from this company.
Yeah. It looks like.
It
looks like it.
Black coral.
So that's what we would
Oh wow.
ship out to save on freight, and
Wow.
it's easy to handle, quick and easy to plant, and 2 weeks later you got a new leaf.
And most of these are all perennials. So if you live in a place that just lives.
So we use a lot of suffix oil, suffocants, soaps. We use Persimilis, which is a predatory mite that goes out and eats the bad mites.
Okay.
Love those.
And then if push comes to shove and it's too much, then we'll use something stronger. But we try to use soft stuff first as routine, and then break out the big guns only when we have to.
Great question. I'm like, I want to see a spider.
Yeah, I'm thinking like.
And these are spider mite magnets.
These are Spider-Man magnets.
I thought they were pink from far away, but I think it was just a reflection.
When you said pink, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I was like, let's straight red.
Do a lot of milkweed.
Oh,
People are planting for the monarch butterflies,
Yes.
so we do tuberosa, incarnata, and
whatever that
fill in
is.
blank. Nice, good quality pineapple, decent size. So I brought it home, showed my daughter, she ate it. She's like, you should call that Juicy. So I'm like, all right, we'll name it Juicy. But it's got this nice white stripe on the side.
Yeah, and that's a pineapple plant.
Yep.
Wow.
So this is just 4 weeks old. We grow them till they're about that tall. Here's a Syngonium story. So I found, alongside with one of our good customers, we discovered in his greenhouse that one of our neons got the confetti look to it. So he's like, I want to call it Fiesta. It'll play off your confetti. And so I'm like, all right, well, we put it in. We made, we started producing it. A couple slipped out before we realized it. It got shipped as confetti. And the internet named Fiesta Milk Confetti. I'm sure you've all seen Milk Confetti. Yeah, so that was named Fiesta originally, but it went out as confetti and somebody found it. And yeah, so we call it Milk Confetti parentheses Fiesta. No. But that was discovered at Whistling Pines facility from our production.
Wow.
It's remarkable. Alocasia poly, the most popular alocasia on the planet. So many have been produced, and when you go to Deroose, you'll see tons of them. They do a great job growing 4s and 6s. But that plant was at Dennis Rodolani's place, Silver Chrome Gardens, before Hurricane Andrew, an off-type mutation in Alocasia amazonica we shipped. Scott Heidman, who's a good plant guru, he was walking with Dennis, and they saw these. There was 2 of them, 2 off-types. These dwarf, the ploidy level had changed, and so Dennis said, "Oh, you can take those, Scott." And Scott's like, "No, you keep one, I'll take one." And so Scott took that. A couple weeks later, Hurricane Andrew came through and wiped out Silver Chrome Gardens. That was the only time that mutation has ever happened. And if Dennis wouldn't have given that one plant to Scott, that plant would never be in the industry. But Scott took it, ended up bringing it to us. We started making them. We pay Silver Chrome Gardens till this day a penny royalty for every one we make. That plant is in the industry now. It's grown all over the world, but it was almost lost, you know. So these are the emitters. It fills the table like a bathtub. Okay. One small drain hole here, fills up to there. The plant wicks up the moisture it needs. It drains into this gutter system, goes to the front of the property to storage tanks where we start filtering the water. We'll take EC and pH readings, make adjustments, and reuse it. So we waste nothing.
Wow. Thank you. Yes. Wow, that's so awesome. Yeah.
Which one do you play?
Yeah, if anybody wants to.
On behalf of Deroose Plants, happy that you guys are here. My name is Kyle. I'm sales and marketing manager here at Deroose Plants. Blake is our site manager here at our main location.
I'm having the best time.
Not like a Venus flytrap. There's no actually grabbing of any bug.
Yeah.
Pictures hold a bit of call it like a sweet nectar. Plants are attracted to it, and once they're in there they stay. Can't get back out, and the plant then absorbs it. It's almost a self-fertilization method. It feeds itself on the plants. So very cool. So great for your backyard and the mosquitoes if you're here in Florida. They're an Amazon plant. They like high humidity, high heat, indirect sunlight. And it's a main staple as far as what we do here at Deroose Plants. Tough plant to grow, very slow. Finished 6-inch plant like you'll see here. Takes just under a year to grow to maturity, and that's from in-house produced tissue culture into young plants, and then we put 2 72 cell plants into a 6-inch plant. Fast forward about a year, like I said, and there's your plant. Bromeliads, like I mentioned, focal point of us coming to the U.S. Blake was referencing kind of the young plants that come in. Most of all of them are rooted at first as clumps. So what's a clump? It's like a bushel of plants, right? And every clump has what's called a factor. A factor is, it correlates with how many plants will come from it, right? So they can have a factor of 3, factor of 5. What we do is we grow the clumps, root them. Once they're of a mature stage, we then separate the clumps and plant them as singles. And we call this a 72 cell young plant. They're grown in a bit of a, I'll call it a cocoon, okay? So these are gonna help your disease spread. They're gonna help your plant root nice, and then it's gonna be in a nice, good package by the time it's ready to be planted to a grower. So we grow young plants only in the bromeliads, so then we distribute these to growers all across the US and even into Canada. And then that's where your 4-inch and 6-inch and even 8-inch bromeliads that you see in any kind of retail storefront, if it's in the US, there's about an 85% chance that it came from us. And it looks like Blake has a tray of clumps if you guys want to check that out.
And we'll go a little more into detail of how we separate them into singles when we kind of go through our work area or production areas. But as he was mentioning, yeah, it's basically a bushel of plants. You can see there's one here, a couple smaller ones, 1, 2, 3, 4 out there. Our factors typically range anywhere from about 3 to 8 singles that we'll be able to pull from the clumps. So they sit here for about half a year as a clump, then they get pulled apart after they get nice and rooted, and then they kind of reroot as singles out there.
Like, I know where everything is.
So at 2:50 p.m. we will meet back up at the front.
So what are we doing?
We are shopping.
Shopping to be dropping. Okay, but they have some stuff in here.
Yeah, look, the queen.
I know. I'm like, this little baby queen looks good. Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, it's a bit of a forum.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Is that one?
That's one I don't have. How much is that one?
I want this one. Let's see what this is. Oh,
So pretty.
Anthurium Jungle Dreams. All right, so I've been in this room for a little bit too long because it's the Anthurium room and I just cannot find myself to leave. It's just so much for me in the best way possible, and I feel like I'm about to make some bad decisions. Like, come on, y'all, tell me. That doesn't look crazy to you? That is so pretty. Oh my God. Junie just put us on. Junie said we're missing out. We're in this room. We actually should be in another room because there's some stuff.
There's a whole entire Syngonium section, Goya section.
Oh,
Yes.
you know how I feel about my Syngoniums.
Right, look at this.
Alocasia girly, but like I get so.
I don't know what this is.
Is that an Anthurium Renaissance or?
I don't know.
It's really pretty. Those two really
country, so now you get to come.
Say hey.
I'm Kenny by her.
Say hey. Say hey.
Hey. Yeah, Costa.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. My
That
baby.
little thing scares me. It looks like a little GoPro.
Say hey.
Hey.
Costa. My name's Shane. I'm the third generation owner of this establishment here we call Gabriella Plants. It originally was the property was originally purchased by my grandparents back in the mid 70s, 1975. But my grandpa, which is why you guys all have the beers here today, my grandpa would have made this tour last, roughly speaking, 2.5 hours, because he did absolutely everything he could to continue talking and continue your friendship with him. I'm a little more introverted than he was, but he bought this property. He first moved to Orlando to found a garden center, which is now Towns Garden Center. You guys are probably not locals, but Towns Garden Center, Winter Park, used to be called the Backyard. He sold not only plants, but everything he possibly could, including gas grills, the tiki torches, everything in between. If he could keep you in his store for an extra hour, that was his main goal. The whole team is standing in.
Get your ass over here and stop playing around. I don't have time for this. I'm sorry. You're not sorry. It's okay.
Started the company, or at least started the Etsy store at the time, are the ones with the hanging baskets on there. Fun story, the only reason we, it's kind of luck being there at the right place, right time. The only reason we ever kind of got the collection of Pink Princess that we do is the other wholesale customer that was the largest producer of Pink Princess in the United States. Their greenhouse, you went through to Costa there on the 414. That road you probably traveled on, that caused several greenhouses to be seized by eminent domain way back in the day, so that they could build that greenhouse. And one of these ladies, who was a kind of rare plant grower, also the reason why we got Painted Ladies and Jose and a lot of other different SKUs, she was already near retirement age and eventually asked us, hey, we have some of these kind of weird plants. Probably the weirdest one is Pink Princess. Sometimes you produce great variegations. Sometimes in the winter it doesn't look as hot, but like if you want to play with it, you're most welcome to. And my dad went out there. I remember going with my dad to pick up those in our 15-passenger van because you couldn't find anything else to take a total of 5 passengers in the van, and we were homeschooled growing up, so we had to have a way to have the whole family go, and Mom had to do work as an interpreter for the deaf. So he bought a 15-passenger van, renovated it, and we grew up doing wholesale deliveries with that. So Pink Princess is definitely how it started. But over the time, we've gone to a lot of things. I talked about how technology, though, more than the Pink Princess sale price. Obviously, once I started doing Googling, because I had never thought to Google online plants, that just, in 2018, that blew my mind. And of course, once I Googled it, I found probably the same people that you're aware of in 2018. You had the Sill, Logies, a few other people, Hertz back then. And I started to realize that all those people were everybody we were sending Pink Princess to. And every other variegated plant, including variegated Syngonium, Podophyllum, Alba variegata, which used to be over there, sorry. I've been on maternity leave. Back there now, and propagations further back. So that whole process was very mind-blowing to me. But of course, the next question I had to ask was, how do we incorporate greenhouse life more into technology? So you're all on your phones. I'm sure you're able to see throughout the entire greenhouse we have Wi-Fi coverage, and that was a big step. Gabriella Plants is the Wi-Fi code, password Gabriella in case you need it. But we started going from there on to the next step, which was how do we make what we do as growers more technologically, savvy. So absolutely everything in this greenhouse, whether it's watering a plant, rolling up and controlling environmental conditions in the greenhouse, heaters which are off, otherwise some people's leg hairs will probably be burned back there, turn them off ahead of time. That all being said, that's all controllable regardless of who's in charge in the greenhouse anywhere in the world, all from our smartphones. We can go to a simple app here, roll up the left side curtain over here to 50%, and you'll start seeing, it takes a minute for it to get to the bench level over there, but you'll start to see the curtain rise over there. Those can be triggered by environmental conditions, whether temperature. We've even gotten it as advanced as obviously morning sun comes in over there, so that can hurt plants on the bench. So we even have a mathematical calculation of where the sun is at any given time and can limit the rise of the curtain to match that. And obviously if it's super cold, we're not going to roll the curtain up, right? Same thing is my dad found in 2006, believe it or not. Thus why people often ask me, is there a patent on it? There is not, because I'm a rule follower. The rule for patent is if it's not, if it's been on the market for a year or more, it does not apply for a patent. So I could have totally renamed it and claimed it as something new, but that didn't feel like justice to my dad. So things like Philodendron Real are completely original to us here at Gabriella Plants, as well as Philodendron Gabby. Carnival also started here, although we never gave it that name. The open market did. We were just selling Brazils under the name Brazil, and then seeing people take the photo that we had listed on the website as Brazil, labeling it as Carnival and selling it as its own thing, as well as we have 17 different unique Anthurium hybrids. And Anthurium hybrids are really, really fun because, as my wife, who's probably way past it with a little kid, can tell you, sometimes, much like having a human kid, you put the two parents together, the mom does all the work, and then it ends up coming out looking just like dad, nothing to do with mom. Hybrids of philodendrons, anthuriums, etc. can all have that same effect, where you really hope it kind of ends up looking like a cross of the two, but it doesn't. It just looks like one parent or the other. So that's a lot of fun. You guys went to Agri-Starts earlier. We've put into TC with Agri-Starts alone as a point of reference for you guys, 3 different SKUs, including one. I don't have a free plant today for you guys, but if you stop by the Gabriella Plants booth tomorrow, one of the free plants there is Certosperma johnstonii. Semi-aquatic plant. It can be grown fully aquatically, completely for free. We put that plant into TC and have grown, roughly speaking, 4,000 of them in the last couple of years. We started the whole thing with Gabriella Plants, starting Pink Princess. This Pink Princess you can see kind of strutting over there. That's about as old as Gabriella Plants is itself. It's roughly speaking 6 years old. Go figure.
And that concludes
our tour.
Yeah, I really.
And by the end of it, I think, I mean, at least I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted? We're tired, but it's okay. We still move. But anyways, on the way back, we ordered some food. What did you get?
I got a Thai basil fried rice.
I got the
noodles.
yeah.
Still twinning. Almost
Twinning
close.
in different pots.
Yes.
Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Okay, bye y'all. Good morning. Welcome to day 3, but day 1 of PlantCon. I am up. It is 8:01 a.m. So the doors just opened for early shopping, so VIP ticket holders can go and shop, and I'm running a bit behind. I had some work to do, so I wanted to make sure I got that done before I left this hotel room. Those things are done, and now I feel like I can go play for a little bit. Today is gonna be a very low lift. I'm not doing too much. I'll probably just shop around, chat it up with people. I do have planned interviews, so I want to do this video where I ask local plant shop owners what plant inclusivity looks like to them. And there's no right answer, but I do think like it's worth giving it some thought about how plant shop owners are being inclusive and how they're being accessible. And so this is gonna be great. This is gonna be kind of different than the last conference I went to because, well, actually it's gonna be very different because the last one was B2B. This conference is B2C. So there's gonna be just a lot of like plant loving people, which I'm excited about because I'm like, where my folks at? Where my people? Yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup. Y'all know the deal. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna put my clothes on, and then I'm gonna give you a final look before I leave. All right, here's the final look. We're going in with a very vibrant green top and these like pants that are sheer towards the bottom, but they have some like florals on them. I thought it would be a nice touch to have like lacy kind of like texture, you know, and then some like black chunk glass, and this is a full turnaround. And then I'm wearing these earrings my mom got me because I think they match and they're just so cute. And then I have, of course, my necklaces and my rings. And then the finishing touch, the purse is giving Montserrat Batty. Now, if it's a little chilly, I brought this little doo-wop to do this number, okay, to do one of these. Whew. You know what I'm saying? To do one of these. And I kind of feel like I'm gonna keep it on for now and see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like so much texture. How do we feel? How do we like? I like. Okay, cool. All right, I'll catch y'all at actual PlantCon. Okay, so the cool thing about this event is that the actual venue, like where the event is happening, is inside of the hotel. So I can leave my room and go directly to PlantCon because it's across the street. So I like that. Go.
Good morning.
Hey. Hey, good morning, y'all. Ooh. Ooh.
Have you not come in yet?
No, this is my first time.
This is a surprise.
Market Botany is in the building. It's Cam. It's Wyatt. It's Sierra.
Hey, how's it going?
That's Jeff, y'all. A funny, laughable guy.
You need to be at PlantCon if you're not coming. You need to get tickets and come.
And get there and
Get
be
there.
square. Say good morning.
Buenos días, mi gente. Estamos aquí en PlantCon y estamos encendidos hasta abajo. Hasta abajo. Hasta abajo.
I love it. I don't have anything on my wish list. I'm just looking. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Hey, good morning. It's just so much in here, y'all.
And do you use like plants with the saw?
I see the bags. I see bags. When I see bags like that, I know I'm in the right place. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Can I walk in? Can I get in? Okay. Yeah, when I see bags like this, I know I'm in the right place, okay? Because these ship easy. I love when they're packaged like that. Excuse me. I was just stopping to say hey.
Hey, boo.
Hey. It's my friend. Just stopping to say hey. Hey, pretty. It's so much, y'all. It is just too much. I'm overwhelmed, but in a very good way. Oh, I see pitcher plants. Now look at these pitchers. I'm obsessed. Oh, come on, books. Are these all coloring?
So these are books that I wrote that are all have underlining themes with plants, right?
Okay.
So this one's anxiety, curiosity, and patience. And then I designed the 2 coloring books.
Oh, you ate with this one, girl. What? Do you mind?
Of course.
Baby.
So she got her first barrel cactus and she's waiting for the bloom to open.
Oh.
And so she's super irritating, so take it forever.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Y'all, meet my new friend, Miss Stephanie from True Honey Teas.
Hello everybody, how are you today? We are at PlantCon 2025 in Orlando, Florida. So I just want to introduce to you my tea. It's not my tea, I make myself, but this tea is great. We're out of Lorton, Virginia. We work directly with the beekeepers throughout the U.S. and farmers throughout the world. So all the product is sourced to us. We've got lavender lemonade, we got ginger lemon zest, apple cinnamon, blueberry, and peach.
Okay, y'all, I'm shopping around and I see a plant that I want so bad, okay? And I was like, if it costs less than $100, I'm gonna get it. Turns out it's $120. And then, what's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan slides over and says, well, if you want it, you can get it for $100. I said, okay, say less. So I have it for $100.
We're in the land where your dreams come true. So.
Look, I'm so grateful. Nice to meet you. So Brendan and Vincent. Okay, and tell us a little bit about what you got going on. What's the business name? What y'all do?
So we are Brendan and Vincent. We are sales representatives for Amazonian Plants Ecuador. It's actually our first show here in the United States.
Really?
Wow.
Are y'all having a good time?
Yeah, we are. Really amazing. Yes, it's so nice to just like see everyone, see all the people in the U.S.
Yeah.
We've been following like all the Ethereum addicts and like Instagram accounts. So it's great to just see everyone in person.
Y'all got some good stuff. So listen, they're in for a good time. I'm in for a good time, obviously, because I got my baby. But thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it. This is one of my favorite plant stores. They were at other conferences, and I really like them because one, they're in these sleeves, and two, the quality of their plants is always really, really good. Okay, this is so good to travel because when you like want to buy all these plants, you can just throw them in your suitcase without having to worry about the soil because they're wrapped in this moss, which is great. So this one may be coming home with me, but I feel like I need to look. I need to really dig. I need to see what they have because there's just so much to offer. There's so much to offer. Like this anthurium that has like corrugated leaves, and this anthurium that has just one long stripe down the middle and it's velvety. It's just crazy. It's insane. Oh my God, y'all. I think these are red spiders.
Whoa, look at that guy.
That is so pretty. It's gotta be because it looks like a literal spider.
Anthurium red crystallinum, standard form.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
All right. Well,
that's a crystallinum. This
yes.
has to. The shape
maybe
of
this one is. Maybe,
yeah. Okay.
Why?
Who owned this one right here?
Oh, we're in the back.
Oh.
Oh. Hello.
Good morning. Today has been a very busy day. I've only purchased one plant, so I feel like I need to do more, right? Or am I tripping?
Yes.
I'm tripping, or either way, it doesn't matter.
We need it. We're in a plant convention.
And it's like So beautiful. The DEI is crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, so yes, now we're going to go eat because it's 12:24. We got in at about 9:30. Yes, parched and famished is exactly what we're all feeling. So we don't know if we're gonna do Asian or Indian, right?
Right.
You're back there acting a fool.
I really was out.
We're here. Hello.
How has your first experience been?
It has been so good. I love seeing different faces.
Right?
And being around different faces.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
What are the 3 adjectives you would describe PlantCon? That's a good question for you.
Oh wow.
As your first half day of it?
I don't know. I can't okay. It's emotionally full one. It makes me feel emotionally full.
Okay.
That's not one word though.
It's not.
Like
I would say, is it like fulfilled?
Yeah, like excitement. And
like a sense of belonging.
Oh my god, yes. Okay. Like I think that's what it's like the enjoyment part, like the fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment ties into feeling like I belong. So I guess the belonging, excitement, and emotional and the fulfillment.
Emotionally full.
Yeah, emotionally full. Because these people, oh my god, it's just been so fun talking to everybody. Everybody like has their own niche. You know, some people are Hoya people, some people are philodendron people, but I think it goes even deeper than just the plants.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own story into why they got into plants.
Yeah.
My story is my grandma. Britt has a different story how she got into plants.
Toxic relationship of 5 years. Needed to get out of my dark place in my life. Plants saved my life, actually.
Exactly. And like so many people have shared their stories with me, which I'm so grateful for, that they were able to like divulge something that felt so vulnerable to them, to me.
I think it's in real life experience. I love hearing how we are a part of people's stories, like how they're touched by what we do, or like how we have helped them so much. Like I will never get tired of that. Because like, you don't even really, like we know sometimes the impact, but like I think it just hits harder when people tell you in person, like look you in your eye
and tell you, hey.
It makes you emotional.
It's like here's what you have done.
Yes.
And here's how it inspired me. Even when people are like, hey, I knew nothing about plants, but I had this peace lily from someone that passed away. They meant a lot to me and I was just trying to keep it alive. I found your page, and like since I found your page, my plant's been so good, and I'm just like, wow, like that's what it's all about, is endowing the knowledge on other folks that they can keep things alive. That means so much to them, because we all have something that ties us to a plant. So
that's beautiful.
We made it though. Oh, why am I about to get a tattoo? That one right there. I'm about to get a tattoo. What? Oh, yeah. I'm really that girl. Just making decisions on the spot.
Right there. Like it?
I love. Wow.
How do the habits that we instill in ourselves when we do plant care, how can we transition those into our everyday lives? Right? Plant care should be just as easy as self-care, right? There's not a big difference between self-care and plant care, likewise either. So we are going to switch it up a little bit. I am going to ask you all to engage a little bit today, and I hope that's okay with you all, but hopefully everybody walks away here today having a little bit more self-care and a little bit of added addition to their personal lives outside of just taking care of plants all the time, because I think it correlates a lot to our personal life. We all ready to get going? Thank you.
I did not have any time to record yesterday's festivities. After PlantCon, we went to an ice bar, a local ice bar, which was so fun. It was my first time at an ice bar, but we got in pretty late and I just went to bed. But today's a new day. It's day 2 of PlantCon and it is 9:13 a.m. I am going to meet Junie so that we can make some content before the doors open. Now, they're literally gonna open in about 45 minutes, but I think that's enough to get something. But yes, it's gonna be a good day. I'm in my green. You know, when I'm in my green, I'm feeling good things. Green, good things. Oh, good morning, Junie bug. June. Good morning. Hi, good morning. How are you? All right, it's day 2, and today is actual shopping day. I cannot leave the venue without actually shopping. Now, I'm approaching my 2 favorite shops, one of them being Flora and Ecuagenera, because they have the best plants ever. Okay, I'm back, and I'm ready to spend a coin. These 2 right here, they're my favorite people, my favorite shop ever. I picked out a couple plants, and they're holding them for me, but they have so many options, and these in the cups look so good. But before I do damage, I have to go. Also, I love these whenever they're in the sleeves like this because they travel so well. As a girlie that lives in Atlanta, I fly with my plants. I'm not playing any games. When I go back home, I don't want no damaged plants, and I don't like traveling with soil. No, I don't want to do that. So I buy them when they're in the bag like this because I get to slip them in my suitcase. All right, so the video ends kind of abruptly because I was not responsible and didn't carry my camera around to capture any of my final moments with my planty friends or the shopping that I did, but it was a great trip overall. That is the first plant conference that I actually went to that I felt like there were so many people from different walks of life. There was all types of vendors there. Small businesses, larger businesses, and I love the duality of that. The team, the PlantCon team, big ups, kudos, 10s. I loved every aspect of it. I enjoyed my time with my planty friends. The trip was a 10 out of 10 overall, y'all. Everything that I needed from that trip, I got. And I mean, like I give myself a hard time for not filming, you know, what I needed to film while I was there. But honestly, I was living in the moment. I captured what I could, and I'm sharing what I can. And yeah, great trip. But thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this short but long, packed but fun trip.